President Trump is fighting back against big tech, and today he announced a brand new class action lawsuit against Facebook, Twitter, and Google. Watch this.
We're asking the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida to order an immediate halt to social media companies' illegal, shameful censorship of the American people, and that's exactly what they are doing. We're demanding an end to the shadow banning, a stop to the silencing, and a stop to the blacklisting, banishing, and canceling that you know so well. If they can do it to me, they can do it to anyone. And in fact, that is exactly what they're doing. They're taking people off who don't even realize they were taken off. They have no idea why they were taken off.
Now, with a team of high-powered attorneys, President Trump is now taking aim at what we have discussed at length on this program, that's Section 230 protections. Now, it's enjoyed by many big tech giants because supposedly they don't involve themselves in editorial, but in reality they do. But this Section 230 is a legal liability shield, and it protects these platforms. They're not content providers anymore. They're editors from being held liable for the content posted by their users. But they edit. But now that Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, etc. are all editorializing content with so-called fact-checkers and everything, who fact-checks the fact-checkers? And warning labels, even suspensions for information they deem inaccurate, even when they're wrong or not up to their political standards, then shouldn't these tech companies be treated like any other news editorial outlet? After all, even fake news, CNN, MSDNC, the three broadcast networks, New York Times, Washington Post, they don't fall under the Section 230 umbrella. They don't have that liability protection. Remember, these same social media companies, they censored what we now know was completely accurate. That was the New York Post reporting about Hunter Biden's laptop from hell before the election. Why did they do it? To protect Joe Biden and hurt Donald Trump. You can't even begin to quantify in terms of dollar donations how much in-kind money that meant to Joe Biden's campaign. And now the president of the United States, Donald Trump, is banished completely. He is banned from Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. But guess who's not banished? Well, look at this. The supreme leader of Iran. That's right. The Ayatollah Khamenei. Yeah, he frequently tweets about, death to America, death to Israel, often calls for the extermination of, quote, the Jews. He is the leader of the world's #1 state sponsor of terrorism. At Jack, at Twitter. I guess you're happy to have him. Iran's mouthpiece, President Rouhani, is also on Twitter. He's also very active. So are multiple fake news propaganda outlets run by the Communist Party of China. A few months ago, while conservatives, well, yes, a lot of my friends were getting banned left and right. My team won't even let me have access to my social media and haven't for a long time. But as conservatives were being censored for tweeting about, the Wuhan lab leak, Chinese propaganda accounts were spreading an insane conspiracy theory, actually accusing the United States and our soldiers of personally planting COVID in Wuhan. What, in the virology lab? They had access to that? By the way, at Jack at Twitter, care to comment? And by the way, notorious anti-Semite, racist Louis Farrakhan, he's also still on Twitter. He's not been banned, despite rhetoric about the white devil and the, quote, Jewish termite, virulent anti-Semitism. There's something fundamentally wrong with a company that bans a duly elected president of the United States, but gives an enormous platform to America's foreign enemies and other disreputable individuals. And as President Trump just stated, well, if the tech giants can censor the president, then there's nothing stopping them from doing it to you. As a matter of fact, they are. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.